Welcome to the 2022 Economic Depression and Preparation Channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this June 23rd, 2022 edition. As we head toward the weekend, the Dow Jones was up today around 150, 160 points, not as much as it was yesterday. We continue to see the themes of inflation, the pressures of everything rising, as well as President Biden insisting on this gas tax holiday that we're going to see whether or not that's going to put a dent on things as we know. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest economic news that's affecting our country today. And I appreciate your support and all that you do for our community here at Preach to Me. We're going to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about the Federal Reserve, as well as, like I said, the gas tax holiday, as well as what other things are going to be happening as far as the Black Swan events in the summertime coming, as we're in the summer now. That could make things very interesting for us here going forward. The good news is we always have time to prepare spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And we're blessed. We're really blessed so far, even though that there's hints of recession and all of these things that they talk about in the media. We're really a blessed country and blessed around the world, not just in America, but in Europe and Africa, Asia, Oceania. I don't want to forget our friends over there as well. So let's get right into it, guys. Looking at now, we see that here are three things the Fed has done wrong. As you know, according to CNBC.com, they second-guessed itself in the beginning, saying that inflation was, quote, transitory. Now they come back and say we're going to be rising the interest rates basically until the midterm elections in, November, I believe. So you can expect rising interest rates now until they get not a hold of inflation, but until they make a stronger stance. And the quote here is that the Fed is going to have to raise rates much higher than they are now, says Louis Black. He's CEO of Almonte Industries, a Toronto-based global miner of tungsten. So as you can see here, the Federal Reserve now is committed to raising rates as high as they can. Now, remember, they can't raise it as high as the national debt. They won't be able to service the interest on the national debt if the Fed funds rate goes above, let's say, 4 or 5%. So there's only so much wiggle room they have here, and that's why many believe they're going to reverse course by December and stop with the raising rates, because it'd be too much for the economy to bear in this incremental stages they're doing now. But so far, they're bearing to commitment to raising these rates. The next rate increase is coming, guys, at in the next meeting in July, probably around July 20th or somewhere before then. And everybody's expecting, widely economists are expecting another 75 basis point rate hike. It's possible that they could go as high as 1 basis point, 100 basis points. I believe they are. I believe they're going to go as high as 100 basis points because the inflation has not gotten under control. One thing that has gotten under control, and the gas price hadn't gotten under control, but I've noticed that some of these stations in the Northeast and the Southeast have come down a few cents, maybe I think 3 or 4 cents that have come down on some of the prices on the regular unleaded. I can't say the same for diesel or premium, high test, super unleaded yet. But it did come down about 3 or 4 cents from the national average of $4.94 a gallon. Some places had it for $4.88 a gallon, $4.85 a gallon, but it's still very, very high. And so, in many officials in Congress, such as the House and Senate on the committee, they're not happy with the federal gas tax that Biden wants to suspend, which would lower the cost of gas by 18.4 cents. They had a committee meeting. They have committee meetings, and that's only through September. So this will be before the midterm election. So this is pretty much President Biden's last stand to get things in as a gas tax holiday. But my question is this, guys. NPR and these outlets are reporting that some economists say that's a bad idea, and I agree, because that's just a temporary fix. It's just like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Okay, let's say that they do lower the gas tax till September. What happens after that? The gas tax will continue to go up, and then we got to make up for it, because remember the same thing happened with the Social Security tax. They waived that on the payroll when we had the stimulus, the third stimulus. You guys remember that? They waived the Social Security tax for workers. And we had to make that up on the back end just the beginning of this year, So the same thing's going to happen with the gas tax. Let's say he implements a 3-month federal gas tax holiday. After September comes, and after September it expires, he's not going to extend it. He can't extend it. And then we're gonna see higher gas prices, guys. Even more, it's gonna go even above $5, $6 a gallon, because now they have to make up the revenue from the states are gonna be crying for more money, and the counties and municipalities and townships and the oil companies. So they're gonna have to make up for that revenue. That would mean, see, the government will have to stop collecting the tax, 18 cents per gallon on gas and 24 cents on diesel, right, until the end of September, the peak driving period for people heading out on summer vacations. And then on top of that, that means you're not only driving is going to get expensive, but flying is already mega expensive now. Ticket prices are higher on all the major U.S. carriers such as Delta, United, American, Southwest. Okay, tickets are 35% higher now this summer than they were the summer before for flying. And this is just domestically. We're not counting international flights that many of you guys take too as well. So it's just going to be more pain at the pump, more pain everywhere else. And this Dow Jones right now is at a breaking point. And you can see that Musk warns on new Tesla plants. So we have Elon Musk is thinking about building new Tesla plants, guys. We have Facebook with the Meta platform, and you realize that Facebook is doing this metaverse thing, right? Which is interesting. We're moving from the Internet 2.0 to the Internet 3.0, which is the thing of automation, right? The transhuman movement that many of you guys have been studying. Automation, transhuman movement. They're moving away from human labor, human capital, which they believe they don't need anymore. The mega 1% don't need that anymore. They believe that the robots, automation, and this transhuman movement is going to replace all of that. This is going to cause the economy to go into a deep and severe recession. And we're already there. We could already be in a recession right now, but the official data won't come out till later on in September and up to August through September and October, when we'll finally realize that we're in a slowdown. Another thing, guys, is that the housing market is already slowing down now, as you guys are aware of. Prices are coming down on some of these homes, and it's taking longer to sell a home on a lot of these markets. If you look at Zillow.com and some of the other ones, Redfin, these houses are staying on the market longer in a lot of these hot places like LA, Phoenix, Florida, Texas. Houses are staying on the market longer. So maybe the buying frenzy is coming to an end here, guys, where we had people buying houses 100K over the offer price and all of that. So we're really looking at an interesting time this summer. Now, the Black Swan event this summer that we have to look out for is this hurricane season, number one. We just now started in June, but you guys know it peaks in late August into September. That's the peak of the hurricane season, and then that secondary peak in October. So we're not there yet with that, okay? And the second thing we got to watch out for is some kind of brownouts or blackouts or rationing of food or some other kind of resource. So those are the three things that we have to look out for this summer. And I know you guys are preparing as best you can. I am too. But this is what's going to happen. So we have to prepare for that. Now, the consumer price index is at 8.6% in May. It will continue to be higher than the Wall Street journalists' expectations. Okay, we're heading toward 10% inflation. Even if gas come down a few cents, it's just a temporary sense. Oil came down a few dollars too today, I should say, but it's just a temporary lull in the action until the market figures out where this thing is going, which is going to be a recession. Chairman Jerome Powell said that there's a possibility that there could be a recession, but he wouldn't elaborate further on that, which I understand. The Dow Jones, in my opinion, guys, has reached its peak of 35,000 earlier last year, at the fourth quarter last year, really. And I thought initially I was wrong, because I thought the Dow Jones would go to 40,000. That would be the peak, and then after that it wouldn't get any higher. But it looks like the top of this roller coaster is at 35,000 for Dow Jones in the markets. And you notice that now we're playing between those numbers. Right now the Dow Jones is around 30,000 or so, right? So I'll see if it gets higher than 35,000, but I doubt it. I think we reached the peak of that of the frenzy for the Dow Jones in the stock market. But remember, the economy is not the stock market. Obviously, what's going on in the streets of these major cities of the U.S., that's the real economy of the U.S. there. So there's just a brief update. Thank you for your support and for listening. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Stay safe. God bless. I'll talk to you very soon.